have no tax on overtime? Let's find out. Do a couple case studies on it so you know what's going on with the one big beautiful tax bill. Here's a quick chart for you. Before we had no legislation on overtime. Now you may be able to deduct up to $12,500 of your overtime pay as a single filer, but we're going to walk through some income limits before we get to that. Here's the income limits: $150,000 or $300,000 single versus married filing jointly. That's when it starts to phase out. You can take the $12,500 for a single filer or double it, $25,000 if you are married filing jointly. I feel like people learn better from examples, so I'm going to do a 1 week example and then an end of the year one. In this 1 week, I'm going to assume you make $20 an hour, you work 40 hours, that's normal, 40 hours full work week. Your OT is time and a half, $30 an hour, and you worked 10 hours of OT this week. So your normal pay, $800, is just the $20 an hour times the 40 hours worked. The OT pay is the $30 an hour times the 10 hours worked, okay? Now here's the thing with this bill. You cannot take the full $300 as part of your new deduction. You can only take what's called the premium rate, which is $10 in this case, because the premium you're being paid to work overtime is the $30 an hour minus the $20 an hour. So that $10 an hour difference is what you can deduct. So the $10 in this case times the 10 hours we worked is $100 of qualified OT that you can deduct. Way different than the $300 of OT pay you actually made. Going further with an end of the year example, let's say you are a single filer, you had $40,000 of normal income and your qualified OT income was $20,000. That is that premium rate that we just talked about. So your total income is $60,000 for the year 2025. Now, as a single filer, you get a standard deduction of $15,750, and now this new qualified OT deduction, it is $12,500 if you are single. Even though I had $20,000 of qualified OT income, I can only take the $12,500 unless I'm married, then I could take more. That, when we do our total income of $60 minus the standard deduction minus the qualified OT deduction, we have taxable income at the federal level of $31,750. That puts you between the 10 and the 12% bracket. You have both of those brackets. So your federal liability would be $3,571.50 in this case scenario. I hope that example is helpful with the overtime deduction side of this new tax bill. If you want to see something else, let me know. But other than that, Chris Lee, Everyday Finance, I will see you in the next one.